Yo guys, what up? This is Speaker Bolt Man, and here we got another video going on now. My channel, I made a big change on it. I deleted a whole shitload of speaker videos. So basically from now on, I'm gonna make a teardown video. Make teardown videos, and it's not gonna be about speakers anymore. So, here you have a nice Panasonic boombox, the RX-D11. Digital synthesizer tuner remote. Nice. Looks very good. It's a little old. Look at this knob. This handle. I'm sorry. This handle is a little rotted. Not rotted. Just turned yellow. Tape deck is completely rusted inside. The spindle is rusted. CD does not fucking work because it's dirty as. Oh, holy shit. I don't want to use this. I'm gonna destroy my CD if I actually try it, so I'm not gonna go ahead and. Missing a power cord, and it's a one side square, one side round power cord, which you cannot find. Not sure if there's corrosion. It doesn't seem like it, but yeah, it's old. It takes a few. What's that? 1.5 volt battery, 2 for memory, right? Or 3 actually? Yeah, 2. Yeah, 2 for memory and 6 for. Normal battery. I'm made in China. It's a piece of shit. Like about 16 years ago. No auxiliary in. Oh, that's a pity. Yeah, it's got an XBS function. Does not increase low frequency response. It just makes it very hunky. That's all. 4-inch speaker units. Looks like it has an enclosure. I'm not sure if it's really an enclosure. Just some fake ports. So then I'm going to take it apart and I'm going to see the inside. Alright. And yeah, this is going to be one of my first teardown videos. I think I already had one about the, how you call that, the little microphone amplifier thingy. This is going to be my second video. I'm going to make teardown videos from now on, and these stuff reviews or overview videos. So, if you have any suggestions or any advices, you can always leave that in the comment. And, yeah, so, let's go. Alright, so I went through a couple screws, actually a whole lot of screws for a cheap boombox like this. And I got it almost removed. Probably I can open it now. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Let's unplug this. This is the speaker. Yeah. Alright. Classic speakers. Samco. These type of Panasonic speaker designs have been around since like years. They've been using these kind of designs for so many years. I'm going to remove them and show you what the speaker looks like and that kind of stuff. 4 screws. We're going to remove them. Yeah. Let's get into these cheap speakers. Alright, now have a look at the speakers. Decent. These are nice Panasonic speakers. They've been around for 16 years, and only 16 years and the speaker is already dry rotted. It's still playable, but it sounds like shit. And I'm going to remove the other one, see if it's better or not, although I really doubt it. This one's slightly a bit better. It's not cracked, but it's still pretty shitty. I left this out in a freaking parking lot, or actually I found it in the parking lot. It was left out there. The speaker is not too terrible, actually. But for 16 years continuously in the parking lot, that is actually, yeah, that it's seen better days. But yeah, a parking lot is really, you leave a speaker over there for like, the speaker is going to look like 10-year-old speakers in 5 years. So, yeah, I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to keep tearing down the upper section right here. I don't know if it just comes up or not. I think there's screws holding it in. So I'm going to go figure it out and I'm going to remove it. Alright? Okay, now let's go. Okay, so, as a boombox, the most important thing is probably power supply, because without that, it's not going to turn on. So, here is our box. This is basically an enclosure, and there's this little separating it from left and right. Although if you want to make the sound a little better, you can take that off and cut a hole in it or whatever you want. Oh, fuck you. Whatever you want to do to it. Anyways, this is the power supply module. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to show you the inside of the power supply. How the circuitry is and all that kind of shit. Fuck you. Alright, so it's basically just a metal plate. I thought that was a transformer. It's not. Just a metal plate holding it in. And this is the power supply, I see. Oh, I think there's 2 more screws right there. Let's have a look. Alright, now look at that. 125 volt, 1.25 amps. That's a fuse. It's still working. You see diodes, you see there's not much. It's okay. Its soldering job isn't too bad. Transformer is not a Matsushita transformer, but it seems like it's a Hikari Japanese brand, whatever. I don't know. I've never heard of that brand. Shouldn't be too bad. I mean, it's Panasonic stuff. It shouldn't be bad, but yeah, it's Chinese. Okay, now let's set that aside. Now let's have a look at this board right here. I'm gonna remove the screws. I'm gonna show you the circuitry. But before that, I don't know. There we go. Focus. This is the Panasonic circuitry. This is the board. It's washed off, which is very fucked up. Probably because of the heat and the moist on it. In Taiwan, there's a lot of rain every day, and it's very moisty, so that happens all the time. I can't seem to read the front codes. I can only tell Panasonic on it. And the last 5 digits is 104 FP. That's all I can tell. But this is probably the main processor. I'm going to remove the screws and show the inside. Alright, so as you can see, I've taken that top PCB thingy off. Some of the parts are just soldered onto it, like the motor, the cassette on-off thingy, I don't know how you call that, soldered right on. You see, this is the CD switch, which basically means that if the lid is open or not. And I think the problem is that this came off, so like it came out of, it should be here, but somewhere here, but it kind of shifted, and it's not, it's not there anymore. So it doesn't read CD. It says it's open continuously. I'm lazy to fix that. I don't know. Well, a good CD module should be right with it. Means this thing should be over here, right on it, or somewhere on this board, which doesn't really shift. But you know, this is a cheap boombox for probably, I don't know, $50, $60, which is not much. You know, if you want a decent boombox, you have to pay a lot more than that. You have to pay at least $100, or actually even more. A Cobra Top, you know, according to it's worth about like $400 or $500 at the time, which is very expensive. I don't know. Someone told me that, but you know, they said it's expensive. My classmate said that it's very expensive. Anyways, I'm gonna wipe off the amplifier. It's so fucking dirty, and it is a unknown branded TA8227P, made in Malaysia. I don't know what kind of brand that is. I've never seen the brand. It should be something pretty shitty. It's not a Toshiba nor a Matsushita chip, so that isn't really good. Hope it's a Matsushita, but yeah, they don't give you Matsushita stuff. But hey, the good thing is they use a Technics CD module right over here. It says Technics, and all the chips and stuff are made in Japan and Panasonic. And this one is Panasonic, this one is also Panasonic, this one is Technics, and all 3 of these are made in Japan. Which basically means that this PCB or this whole, or maybe even this whole module right here, Could be made in Japan, although I'm not sure about that, but could be. Uh, this thing is very Chinesey. Let me see what this one says. It says nothing. It's probably at the other side. Oh, there. BA3313L. I believe this is where it is. This is probably the tape cassette deck module or something. The probably the cassette amplifier or like that little preamp thingy. It's not really a preamp. I don't know how you say it, but it's probably that thing that amplifies the sound from your cassette from the head of the cassette deck to your main amplifier and to play it out on the speaker. This is the LCD, by the way. Anyways, but I'm having a look at these capacitors, and only a few of them are Panasonic capacitors, which is not so good because this is a Panasonic product. They're using these kind of weird TK branded capacitor, which is literally unbranded, and this Capson, I don't know how to pronounce it, whatever the fuck, I don't care. Capacitor, which most of them are in this kind of capacitor, it's really shitty. Only a few of them are Matsushita. For example, like, I think this one is, yeah, these two are Matsushita. The ones that kind of look like a T on them, or has a T on it, or, I don't know, are Matsushita capacitors. Only those. I was expecting a lot more, because in a Cobra Top amplifier, I've taken a Cobra Top apart before. You know what a Cobra Top is, right? Those flip-up top boomboxes. I've taken one of those, and all the capacitors are Matsushita. Literally, all the parts are Matsushita. This one, not really. It's Chinese. Anyways, take a look. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that just fine. Take a look at the tuner module right here. This one is a Toshiba. This one is unbranded. This one is a TA200BAN, meaning Thailand. You can just look that serial number on the website and look that up, and it's going to tell you the information about it, which is, you just look it up, and there's a whole lot of data sheets. They make data sheets and all that. Heat dissipation pasting, or whatever you call it. I think that's what it is. Transistor radio. I don't know. Wow, I cannot tell what is the transistors. Usually I can when it's in a, how do you call that? A vintage transistor radio. I cannot tell on this one. I suppose these. I have no idea. I mean, yeah, I just like electronics, but I'm not a electronics professor or anything like that. I'm just a kid, so I suppose it's these three. I'm not so sure. If that's a 3 transistor, which is, yeah, these are transistors. There's T on them. So basically it is transistor. That's not so good. Only 3 transistors? You gotta be killing me. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, that's not Panasonic quality. I'm not sure about the Cobra Top because I haven't looked it up yet, but should be around 6 or 7 transistors. I have no idea. This is only 3. You gotta be kidding me, man. Or there's some more that I haven't spotted yet. Anyways, that aside, you see the front, you see the volume control here. It's already broken and sticky. Nice, Matsushita motor. That is probably made in Japan. So now what? I'm gonna remove the CD module for you. And we're gonna have a closer look at CD module and see what is wrong with it. Although I seriously doubt that these nice Technics or Panasonic modules, this one's probably Technics, is going to have anything wrong with them that fast, or it's only 16 years, although it's been under moist and I don't know, moist and all that kind of sun and all that kind of bullshit. Anyways, this is a Technics CD module. As you can see, it's very decent. All the parts are pretty great. Yeah, it's springed. It moves freely. I think the laser still works. Should be 2 motors. Yeah, and this one. It's decent. I think it is a great module. I don't know if I could use this on anything, but it should be working, and it shouldn't be broken. Although this circuitry, this whatever you call this processor, looks a little worn off, but yeah, it should be working. And you can see that little CD tray over there. So that's basically inside a boombox, and going through it a little more detailed, although not so detailed. But Yeah, it's basically an overlook of boombox. I'm not gonna go in all that kind of cassette module thingy. It's too complicated. It's machinery. No, like electronic components inside except for that head reading thingy. And yeah, it's mostly mechanics and the pause thing with the switch right here. You know, just a few wires coming out of it. Oh, and here are the buttons. Here are all the buttons, the board for all the controlling clicky switches. Which is, yeah, it's broken. Yeah, it's broken. Anyways, at the back side, there's only one main processor over there. So, not much of a thing. This is all. This is basically all. Not bad. And another thing is, I can use these speakers for some other projects or things. I can use this one. I'm probably going to blow this one all the way because you see it's completely dry rotted. But as long as you don't push too hard in the cone, it should be fine. So there you have it, guys. That's it. And there will be definitely more teardown shows. I know this one is a little bit long. You know, it took me many minutes, 20, 30 minutes to take this whole thing apart. Probably even longer than that. I just don't know it. Although, you know, time flies when you're taking stuff apart because it's just that fun. Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know how much time I spent on this thing. Anyways, that's it. That's a Panasonic boombox, the RXD11, or I think, boombox teardown, and that's all of them. You know, after looking through this boombox, I figured out that my RX ED50 is very good. It's a very high quality boombox. This one, I mean, damn, it's not so good. For a Panasonic boombox, quality is crap. Anyways, yeah, it's Chinese. It's made in China. So there you have it, guys. And yeah, I guess that's it.